So what are we talking about? There's trends and implications on both sides. The OEM trends are pretty significant because their product complexity is growing, day after day, and as they go on, there's more complexity. And also, there's tighter timelines. They have to get to market quicker. They have to be more agile. And on the third part is they rely more and more on the suppliers because they can't do all the work themselves. With electronics and all new technology, there's a lot more supplier base out there that's critical to the OEM delivering, their expert products to their customers. So with that, their capacity is expanding. The supplier evaluation is critical too because they're relying more and more on a broader base of suppliers to handle this complexity. And they need the ability to have scorecards to figure out what suppliers they want to continue to work with, what are delivering on cost and on time. All of that stuff is very, very critical on this. The resiliency is critical, as we've all seen over the last couple of years during COVID, is how much demand that everyone's relying on the supply chain. And so the tighter that we can connect the OEM to the suppliers, the better, and the better risk mitigation that happens. From a supplier standpoint, now you can't just wait for a paper requirement to come over or an email. Now you have to tie more into their digitalization process. You have to stand up with them. You have to accelerate some of that digitalization that maybe that you haven't been that you've been putting off. From a manufacturing standpoint, you want the digital data that you can machine off of and not a paper drawing, for instance. All this requires more investment and more time, more training. So there are challenges from today's suppliers and the future suppliers that you have to take time to invest in. And the agility is really the biggest thing because all of the requirements for the OEMs pass down to the suppliers. So that time to change on a fly and make those change requests and to be able to deliver as per contract is very, very critical. So I talked about scorecards. So this is a sample supplier scorecard. We're just calling them Apex Machining. And for this company, they have 6 targets that meet delivery dates, quality, cost targets, responsiveness, escapes remedial action, and overall customer satisfaction. These would be the 6 things that the supplier is grading you on to figure out how you're delivering as a supplier relationship. So in this case, the green up arrows are the best, right? So now again, there's a lot of detail and metrics below it, but if you look at these key KPIs, it's sort of a one-glance scorecard to see how you're doing. And what this program is all intended to do is to improve your scorecard. What's important? What's the important metric for you working with your supplier that we can help you out on?